Part 20. Shwe and a few others went off to the labor agency again, hoping to find some decent work. I stayed behind, scrolling through websites and WeChat groups, trying to network or at least bump into something promising. Of course, nothing came of it. Most of the people online weren't looking for jobs, they were looking for hookups or hustles. Half the posts were scams, the other half were sleaze. The internet, as it turned out, was full of thieves and beggars, not employers. Around that time, trouble hit closer to home. Chen Ji and old Liu's lease on the family hostel expired, and the landlord refused to renew it. That meant all of us people, beds, luggage had to move out. Luckily, there was another place right across the street, a big, chaotic courtyard house that looked like it hadn't seen a paintbrush in decades. The rent there was a little higher, $360 a month instead of $300, but at least I got a room this time. Inside were 3 beds, if you could call them that, wooden planks laid over 4 soy sauce barrels each. A proper hobo's invention. Shwe paid $300 for a bed in the main hall instead. The hall had 4 beds total, and he took the corner spot he needed, the longest one, being over 2 meters tall. The hall was a circus of characters, all long-term tenants, all oddballs. There was old Zhu from the northeast, who worked as a masseur, old Wu from Shenyang, who ran a greasy food stand everyone just called the oil wok guy, and an old Fujianese man nicknamed Coke, who went to the casino 3 times a day, every day, without fail. They were all full of stories, some funny, some tragic. I'll get to those later. That day, I was chatting with Wang Daqiu. He turned out to be the last person who ever saw Shwe alive. I'd been quietly counting on my fingers, trying to remember how old Shwe was when he passed, when Daqiu cut me off. He brought it on himself, he said flatly. Shwe had high blood pressure and had just undergone heart bypass surgery. 5 stents put in. After the operation, he went to New Mexico for a while, then drove back to Los Angeles to handle some business. But instead of finding a place to stay, he did something completely inexplicable. He parked his car near Nixon Street and started living in it. By that time, he wasn't broke anymore. He could have easily afforded a motel, or even one of the family hostels. But no, he chose his car, and, stranger still, started hanging out with 2 Vietnamese homeless guys. Daqiu said they tried to talk sense into him. Big Shwe, don't mess around with those people. You're not one of them, they told him. Shwe snapped back, if you look down on the homeless, you look down on me. So that was that. They drank beer together in the park, slept on the grass, grilled meat behind Tak Shing Hong's back alley. If I hadn't known how things ended, I might have admired him for his defiance, his freedom, his refusal to play by anyone's rules. He lived wild, unfiltered, unbothered. But freedom always has a price. As for Wang Daqiu, he's a character himself. His father used to be the personal guard of one of China's founding generals, later worked at the Shenyang Railway Bureau. When he retired, his son, Daqiu, took over his position there. We've kept in touch since late 2017, though I'll admit, I've been a jerk to him more often than not. I can't help it, it's just my way. I'll explain that another time. After we all moved into that new courtyard house, the place filled up fast. New tenants came and went. Some got along, some didn't. Old Wu, the oil wok guy, had a terrible temper. One night, he came back from the casino clearly in a foul mood, probably after losing big. Old Zhu said something that set him off, and before anyone knew it, Wu grabbed the metal base of a desk lamp and tried to stab him with it. At first, the rest of us thought it was just another shouting match, so we stood around laughing, watching like it was a show. But when I saw Wu really swing that lamp, I lunged in and grabbed it just in time. If I hadn't, someone would have ended up in the hospital or worse. That was life at the courtyard house. Cheap rent, cheap food, and tempers that could explode for the price of a lost bet.